Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know if you know the whole story about Kanye's mom, what happened to her.
Yeah.
Because she went to a Beverly Hills doctor to get a mommy makeover. The doctor said, okay, we could do this. You're a candidate. But because of your age, your weight, and I think she has some medical conditions, that he actually referred her to another doctor to get clearance, to kind of go through a whole process to get cleared, possibly go on some medication and so forth before the surgery. She decided to skip that part, go to another doctor, like one of these mall doctors, who didn't make her do all that stuff, did the surgery, and then a couple of days later, she died at home, during, the post-operation process. And look at Kanye to this day over that shit. I mean, calling us, he still has never gotten over that. And the sad part was that it probably could have all been avoided had she just gone through the proper procedure to do this.
And that's why I say make sure you're healthy. And if they say no, listen. Don't try to go around that. Nuh-uh, do the right thing. That's all I got to say when it comes to that surgery, if you're going to do it. Because I can't be a candidate after I done had it telling people don't do surgery, work out. I can't do that. So I'm not even going to try. But if you're going to do it right. Do it right. Give yourself time to grow. Have your kids and give your body time to form into where it's going to be first. Because you probably don't even need it. You know what I'm saying? It comes to you to have a couple kids, your legs spread, you get that weight on you, your butt get crazy. It get crazy after them kids. You actually get fine after them kids. And grow up. And then if not, you're not happy, if that's what makes you happy, at your own risk, do it, but do it right, man.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, we only have one body. And if you have the money and you want to improve something, you want to change something, I'm all for it. If that makes you happy, if that brings you self-esteem, if that, helps you, whatever, mentally, it can help you, cool, do it. But once again, don't just sit there and go to DR and find the cheapest price you could find. Because a lot of those doctors who end up in DR were ones who lost their medical license in other countries and end up over there because they don't really check. And like I said, there was a woman who woke up with a damn kidney missing. I mean, imagine having to live with that afterwards.
And then sometimes you go in asking for lipo and they come out with a tummy tuck and be like, I didn't ask for this. And it's like, oh, I didn't know that you. And like, it's stuff. I heard a few stories and I just be like, look, God, just bless me with the energy to be in the gym these days.
Earlier this year, there was the whole Megan Tory situation that happened, and Tory was, at the end of the day, found guilty. The one thing that really bothered me during the whole course of this trial was, okay, number one, a year and a half ago, I know people, we dug into the case. To me, it was very clear what had happened. And I even said that I wouldn't be, based on what I know, I wouldn't be surprised if Tory ended up going to prison for this. But everyone seemed to have turned against Megan. Like every poll that I did on my Twitter, everyone said that Megan shot herself or Tory's gonna walk free and so forth. And ultimately, that didn't happen. As a Black woman, seeing so many people turn against Megan when she was ultimately the victim. And as more stuff comes out, it's more and more clear that she was the victim in this. How did you feel about this?
You know what? I just know how drunk nights could be, right? And they obviously was having a drink and enjoying themselves or whatever the case may be. It's like, I trust God, and I don't know how to answer this the right way, but I just know God don't make mistakes, and whatever happens is what's supposed to have happened. And that's all I'm going to say. Megan, my girl, you know what I mean? I know Tory. And it's crazy because as a woman and being in relationships or, having those type of relations with somebody, I know how things could get, right? And it's just such a touchy subject again to where it's like, I I just prayed for him. I prayed for Megan and her healing process of her going through all this with the world. Not only does she got to deal with this with, going to court, but have to deal with the world and everybody saying stuff about her. And then I also pray for Tory, because he was saying a lot like he wasn't doing it. Everybody could be confused. So I can't even get mad at everybody that was against Megan, but I can't have a back on it. That's why I just never mention it because, they're both human. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad that happened. And I wouldn't want that to happen to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Megan went through it, and as a Black woman, I'm just happy if she's happy that she got justice. And, for Tory, I wasn't there. So I can't say what happened or what didn't happen. But from what we see, what was after the courts and stuff, for Tory, I just pray for him and just pray that he don't have to be in there too long. And, he asked God for forgiveness if that's what happened, because I don't know. And I just don't want to be in the middle of it, because when I see Megan, I'm going to say hi and we're going to kick it and we might get a drink. And when I see Tory, it's like, what's up, my dog? You know what I mean? So I just don't even want to get in it. I never talked to nobody about it. I don't want to. But I'm just happy that, I don't think she's been on social. So I'm just happy that she's better. Or, I've seen a lot of people apologizing to her and stuff like that. And I'm just like, because when you be it'd be traumatizing after something crazy like that happened to you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not there, and I've never got shot or been somebody pointing a gun at me. So you can't tell her how to feel about that, Shit. And the world just need to shut the fuck up sometimes. Support people for their artistry. Why are y'all worried about personal stuff so much? Like, I wish everything wasn't so public these days. Like, I don't know. That's just a lot.